Hey everyone, very excited to show off this Necron showcase. So just a short little video giving you a look at the Necron force that I painted up. My goal at the start of February was to paint up 1,000 points of Necrons by the end of February. Ended up, I think, at just shy of 1,500 by the end of February, so I thought I should keep going. Purchased a couple new units as well to create this force, so I think it's like something like 2,300 points just because of the shards there. But yeah, so I got some very nice feedback on this army. I went with a scheme that was fairly simple to paint so I could kind of speed through it. I've never really speed painted an army before, at least like this. For me, this was speed painting, I would say, for how much I got done in such a short period of time. So very excited that we have a new army on the channel, and very excited to grow this faction as well. Like I've mentioned in a few of the other videos, I haven't done a ton of reading on the Necrons, mostly just discussion with some friends to really grow the faction and get some experience playing it without knowing a whole lot. So thus far, the Necrons have been an absolute pleasure to play, a good change up from playing my Tyranids, and the playstyle is very enjoyable, at least I find personally. So I comprise this force of 2 Indominus sets and then an additional Reanimator, which I converted into my spiders. I'll give you a good look at them in a minute. So really cool conversion and an absolute fun unit to use as well. So in total we have 12 scarabs that I painted up. The basing I did on the models is the same as my Tyranids. I just updated that a little bit as well, so it's a bit more of a sharper look and contrasted very well with the look of the Necrons. Then I went with 20 flayers. I'm going to give you a look at the scheme here in detail a little bit more here. So I'll kind of highlight first unit of 20, and then I have another unit of the flayers up here, and then the Reapers on the other side. So very sharp looking army. I really like the look of how all the colors came together. So I'll just grab one guy here, we'll have a close-up look, and then we'll highlight some of the other units in the army. So like I said, the scheme overall up close, like, it is very simple. Just it looks very clean together. So it's simply just like some bone coloring on the armor plates in a few spots. The purple was done with just the I can't remember the name of the purple. It's like a very dark base color purple for the Games Workshop paints, and then Genestealer layer paint, Genestealer purple I think it's called. That's all I used, and then I used the effect of dry brushing to achieve like kind of a glow. So I'll hopefully, it's like in the middle of the armor, like where the glows are, like the little slots, like right in those little spots. All I did was just dry brush on the lighter purple. Not a crazy effect, but it does the job. Like I said, the whole goal with this is to achieve a nice glow effect. Same with the end of the guns. I simply painted in and around the balls purple, gold on the middle plates of the weapon, and then just dry brushed the other purple onto it to achieve a light glow effect. So turned out very well. I was really happy with the end result there. Give you a look at one of the flayers. Same idea with this, just for like the general infantry. Gold, like the purple, gave it a really nice effect. Always reminds me, in the better lighting here, like a Duracell battery with the gold. Then for my HQs, I did up just the main Overlord from the Indominus pack. And then I have the Warden as well, so I'll give you a look at the Overlord. He was an absolute joy to paint. It was a very, like, again, Necrons are very, I find, easy to paint. And just a lot of flat surfaces, and just came together really well. Very happy with how he turned out. Then for like all my weapons, I honestly did the same sort of thing as the weapons. Painted these purple, did a little edge highlight, and then just dry brushed on to get like kind of a shimmering effect. So like I said, very easy, very fast, does the job well. The whole idea is to get these guys onto the table while still looking pretty decent. Then I had the Royal Warden. He may be my favorite model in the army. I don't know though. I just really like the look of him. But he is a good representation to show off the scheme a little bit more. Look at the weapons there. And then what I did with the second Warden, as I had 2 Indominus kits, I actually took one and converted him into a Overlord with a Res Orb. I'll just move him to get a better focus on him. And that orb is literally just the end of the Royal Warden weapon. So if you do like this conversion, you have a couple of these kicking around, you don't want to have a couple wardens. So the little ball right there, see, that is the res orb. After a tiny bit of cutting, it kind of fit right onto his hand and looks like, sorry, the orb. And then simply for the weapons, cut up 2 extra flares, just put them onto his hand, reposition the hand a little bit, and boom, there we go. So it can be used as Staff of Light. Since it's really not an actual weapon, you can kind of use it as whatever. So really happy with how that turned out, and just it's good to have a Res Lord, just an alternative instead of having like double all the models. In the Indominus set, then we have the Destroyer Lord. I still have another one of these guys. I haven't painted him because I don't think realistically I'm going to run to a whole lot myself, but I'm debating on converting him into an Illuminor Xeris, but I need to look into that a little bit more. But that's not something I'm going to do right away. I have more Tyranids back on the painted cable as of right now. Then next group we'll look at it a little closer would be the Plasmancer and the Cryptothralls. I'm going to actually convert my other Cryptek that I got into just a general looking Cryptek. I'm going to use my other Cryptothrall pieces to give them legs and convert the weapon a little bit, just so that way I can use them as any Cryptek technically with the other one. This one I know is a Plasmancer, but honestly I really just like the look of the model. I'm probably going to run them as other Crypteks as I need in games, just to kind of proxy, being that I'm not going to take these to a tournament. It's mostly just going to be games here in the basement, so the models are all relatively the same size for the Crypteks. Then we'll take a look at my destroyers. I'll just grab these 3. The other 3 are the exact same. So same idea as I showed you with the other ones. The shimmering weapons, like you saw on the Overlord. Again, nothing crazy. Gets the job done. They look sharp on the table. That's the whole goal. So these guys are really fun. I do, like I said, have the other 3 painted up. As you saw probably in a couple reports, running 6 of them. So they're a ton of fun in a unit of 6, especially with these reap blades. Then we'll take a look at the spiders. So I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from this. It's not a conversion that I came up with myself, though I had intended to do something similar from the start, but then I found a couple videos. There's actually quite a few. So I took some tips from all the different videos that I found on YouTube on how to convert this, and it's actually very simple to do. I'll very quickly, I'll give you a look at the model first. So I'll grab another one too. It's really nice because with the legs, there's so much different posing options. The spiders. I'm very happy with how they turned out. I'd still need to model like a particle beamer thing, but I guess where this is a conversion, really can represent it. But I do have some plans to build my own particle beamers eventually. But again, mostly playing just friendly games here in the basement. We'll put this guy back, and then we'll take a look at this spider here, and we'll see how the conversion was done. So very quickly, I'm not going to go in super fine detail, but you take the body, you basically clip off the legs portion of it, like they go together, and then with the legs that would attach, I forget the exact look, so I do apologize. You can look up the videos for better detail. You just cut off the legs at the, you can see where I glued on the ball joint there. Sorry. At the bottom, just a matter of like gluing them on. The one thing you'll notice, and it's very important, is the I think it's an AdMech hand that's on one of the bases. You need that to kind of support the back side of it, and the top part that's on the reanimator, like this little piece here, it's normally on the front facing this way. You just snip that off, turn it around this way, put the armor plates onto the back side of it, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, it's easier if you actually can show the model, but this hopefully will give you an idea and inspire you maybe to convert your own. The reanimator, in my opinion, just even looking at the codex without doing much research, was pretty underwhelming. So I thought spiders are the way to go. And then to beef out the rest of the list, being that it's just basically 2 Indominus sets, I got a hold of 2 10 Shards. The Nightbringer. This model was a ton of fun to paint. Probably the fastest model I painted for the points he's worth. Coming in at a whopping, I think, 730 for the Nightbringer. So very cool model. A little outdated just in terms of like how old it is in fine cast, but on a whole, I really do like the model. So just give me over here. I'm gonna get in better lighting. It's a really cool, like I went pretty simple with it. Just kind of like a gray body with like, I painted it purple, like everything purple at the start. Then the cloak was painted black, and then the body just had gray. Sorry, we'll try to get the lighting a little bit better so you can see. So it's very subtle. In person, you can really see the details on this guy. And then even on his cloak, like I dry brushed again, big dry brushing everywhere, all around the edge. So as I spit it, you can probably see that the black is just lightly purple around. Again, in person, it's got this very cool glowing effect on him. So I know it's hard to capture it. There, that's a good angle to see. So really cool. I'm really happy with how he turned out. Haven't used him yet, but ton of fun. I bring her back. And then last but not least, we have the Deceiver. So this guy I struggled a little bit painting. I am happy with the end result. Painting gold like this is not something I've really done before, like to this degree. So I just love the look of like gold on a whole. And I really like my ultramarines, the gold I achieved. So I decided to paint him gold and then like do a darker gold for the robe thing, and then just kind of highlight it a little bit with I think it was Xandri dust, sorry, to give kind of a cloak look to it. I'm just gonna pull them over here. There we go. Then on his face, like it was really plain, so like I gave it this purpley kind of glow to it. The eyes are highlighted with the Gene Stealer purple, so they do pop. Again, in person, it's hard to see here. And then he's just a full-on gold dude. That's pretty much it. Again, I struggle a little bit with this one, but it's done. I am happy with it. Might touch it up a little bit later, but it's not a huge priority. Like I said, I'm satisfied with the effect it achieved. So really cool model on a whole. But that's it. So that is, like I said, I think it's like 2,300 points of Necrons with the shards there. I can't remember the exact number, being that everything here outside of the shards is 1,500 points. And then they're, wait, I think earlier I said he's 700 points or something. That's wrong. He's 370. That's what it is. And then he's 350. So 710 points combined. That's what it is. I'm really sorry if I said that and you're like, that's wrong. Again, I'm new to this. So there you go. So yeah, 2,200 points right here of Necrons, including the shards. And like I said, I still have a couple of, like I still have another Scorpec Lord that I'm going to convert. I have another Overlord as well. I don't know what I'm going to do with him yet, but I'm just hanging on to them and not building them yet, because just in case a cool conversion opportunity comes up, I can use it for that. Again, this army was built with the intention of not spending a ton of money while still getting a decent force onto the table to give some variety to the ports, and also just for me, it's fun having that switch up from playing Tyranids. And I guess I do have my Ultramarines too, but I like playing non-marine forces. But there you have it. So hope you enjoyed this, a closer look at them. Really do appreciate everyone's positive words about the paint job and how they look on the table. I'm very satisfied with them. And the biggest thing is I want to have a cool looking force on the table to face off against whatever may try and stand against the Necrons. So any suggestions on things that I could add as well, I'm always open to hearing that. Again, I'm not doing a ton of research, but I am always open to discussion and chat with all of the wonderful viewers here on the channel. So that's it. Hope you enjoy. Stay tuned for lots more battle reports. I have a tournament upcoming the following weekend. This coming week, I should say. So my army's over there. And I am also playtesting as well. So I filmed the game last night, actually, against the Salamanders for the playtest match, but that won't be up till a little bit later this week, just before the tournament. So there you are. Hope you enjoyed again, and thank you so much for all your continued support on the channel. We'll do our best to provide quality content that's enjoyable and easy to follow along with, and helps inspire you to pursue your hobby more and more.